Kind of like your upbringing, man. What your influences were, what you did as a kid that kind of drove you towards hip hop culture, and you're a rapper by nature.
Yeah.
So that's what you do. So like, what kind of led you into that artistry?
So obviously I'm from Malton. I got that name from when I moved to Mississauga. I went to Mississauga Secondary for my grade 12 year to finish it off. And obviously Sonny being a popular name from where Brampton, Mississauga, right? So it's like, what's this Sonny's name? So all the people in the school named me Sonny Malton.
Okay.
So I didn't give myself that name. Oh, sorry.
It's all good.
I didn't give myself that name, but I ran with it, you know. In terms of hip hop, bro, I think I mentioned on a couple songs, I think I'm pretty vocal about me being a Tupac fan. West Coast music, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg. A big reason of that is my older brother. There's a certain situation where I was 11 or 12, and he used to be in the band, right? So he was doing like a couple years there. So when he'd call, I'd just be playing Nintendo, Sega, whatever, and he got an hour to talk to me. So not knowing any music, he'd be like, yo, put on Chronic 2001 and leave it on the headset.
Yeah.
So I'm playing video games and the headset's to the phone.
Oh.
So he's got the phone to his ear just
Yeah.
bumping music for the hour, you know?
That's dope.
So whether
That's
it's a
crazy.
Tupac CD, or not CD, but I mean CDs, I think they're out there.
So you weren't really even into it. He just said put it on, so you put on whatever he said.
Oh yeah, I wasn't into rap at like 10,
Yeah.
11. I wasn't into music like that heavy, you know?
Yeah.
But that was like, after that, I guess that kind of stuck with me why I went more West Coast, you know?
Yeah.
Becoming a Tupac fan.
For sure.
And yeah, that's pretty much it, bro. Like I grew up on a lot of the old school stuff. Like you said, Tupac, Biggie,
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg, Eazy-E, MC Ren, and all those guys, NWA, all that shit. Like I love that whole vibe.
I think it's a similar story for most of us here. Like
100%.
everybody kind of had the, JJ with his brothers, me with my cousins. Like everybody had those older people who showed them like the Pac and Biggie and the West Coast and all that kind of stuff. And then you follow suit with that. Like I think you got into house music more.
Mine was more East Coast stuff.
East
Like
Coast,
I was
okay.
listening to Wu-Tang and, well, I mean, growing up into high school, Dipset, which I know Bird is fucking, he is Dipset.
The brown version, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
No, that's dope, man. And then like listening to the rap is one thing, but then what made you want to start rapping? Or how did you start rapping?
So I actually did, like, when I was living in Malton, I wasn't really rapping, but I remember when, like, I think Rankala came out,
Oh yeah.
and, I just, like, I didn't even know what program I had. Like,
Classic.
I'm not good at the computer at all, but at that time, if I had stuck with it then, maybe I wouldn't be rapping, right? I just, like, clipped the song, and I put a little gap in it, you know? And I put 4 bars on it for Rankala for my prom.
No way.
Because I went to my old prom as well, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, it was actually grade 12 when I moved here. So I had just clipped the Rankala, rapped like 4 bars on it, 8 bars, and that was about it. I showed a couple people and they liked it, and then I ran into Tanu. I don't know if you guys know him from SOS.
Yeah.
So Tanu's like, yo, I make music, whatever,
Oh,
blah, blah.
Mississauga,
Yeah.
yeah.
And he's like, yo, you got like a raspy voice. You should be rapping this shit. I'm like, what do you mean rapping? I do rap. Let's go. And he had a little cold room, and I'm pretty sure you guys seen the Shook Ones
Yeah.
freestyle.
The hottest Indian
Oh,
thing
yeah,
since
yeah.
the samosa.
Yeah.
So that was like just us in high school, just doing our thing. So that's what got me into rap, to making music.
You've always had the clever lines and the quick, responses and stuff.
Punchlines.
Is that just it comes natural, eh?
Yeah, man, that's like growing up listening to Lloyd Banks, Cassidy, and Fabulous. Like,
Yeah.
they're just punchline rappers,
Yeah.
So seeing them get witty with it was like, shit, how do I do that now? Obviously on a lower scale, but
Yeah.
I can do that too, let's try it. So,
Do you remember the 4 bars from Rankana that you had?
nah, it was just something about a girl wearing like our prom queen, and she was my friend, and
Okay.
she was like, I'm gonna wear a red dress, you know?
Yeah,
So I know somebody do like a red dress or some shit, but I don't remember all of it.
All right.
I'm not even trying to think about all that shit, Let's keep that shit in the vault.
Yeah.